It's going to be a rough week for me. I have a lot of buys. So, like, I'm hoping to go for a colonoscopy because I just want to pull this win out of my ass.
All right, welcome back. It is time for the Week 5 Heat Chat. We're here. It's a balmy September afternoon. It's been annoyingly warm all day, and I'm out here wearing jeans. I'm kind of schwitzing a little bit.
It's October.
Let's see. I'm joined by some of our league luminaries. To my left, we've got Justin Bucha. Justin, how are you doing?
Awesome. I won a game.
You won a game?
With 2 goose eggs.
You had 2 people with 0
I did.
points.
Yes.
We'll get to that, I'm sure, in the report. On my right, joining us again.
What's up, shitheads? It's your boy, the #1 fuckboy from Northampton County, the $1,000 town, the sexy trash bag, the chocolate choo-choo chugger, the fanciest ham, the tush pusher, Brian Howells.
Yeah. Holy shit! Yes, I'm so glad to see the fanciest ham returning to represent the mystery men.
I don't want to talk about yesterday. Let's go move on.
Well, you're about to be disappointed because for the first time, we've heard his voice before, but for the first time actually in studio, we're joined by Don Cerleone Lorenzo.
Hello, everyone. You may know me as a ref. Some know me as a musician. But this year you will know me as a fucking champion.
That is a heat check right there. Everybody's on notice. Well, boys, I mean, it was a very eventful week. I've already made my feelings on real football known, and the less said about the Steelers, the better. Sure, the Dolphins came down to earth a little bit, and the Eagles managed to get their passing game going with, I believe it was 3 touchdowns to A.J. Brown, is that right?
Yes.
And that still resulted in Clayton coming in here on Sunday talking about how it was just nothing but doom and gloom and an early playoff exit for the Eagles. Although for the average viewer, the Monday Night Football game, unless you just love watching Danny Dimes get interred, it wasn't terribly interesting football. But for us in this league, that might have been the most interesting game I have seen all year, as Lorenzo trailing by a point, 2 points? 3 points?
1.3 points till the last 2.5 minutes of the game.
With only Darren Waller to play.
When your quarterback eats more balls than he throws, I mean...
Lorenzo, what were you doing? Where you looked like you were out. Were you gigging on?
I was gigging, and then I rushed to the closest sports bar in some podunk town and made my wife wait an extra hour and a half until I got home because I needed that victory.
Can you walk us through that experience? We got a little bit of a very entertaining chatter on the league chat, but
yeah, beginning of the game. My boy Waller gives me 1.5 points. I needed 3 total. 1.5 points in the first 10 minutes of the game. I was like, all right, we got this. We don't got this. So I stopped by this local establishment in the middle of the Poconos, and I looked real great to the regulars there. And I sat at the bar, and I said, may I have a Cosmo, because that'll make this even better. That's a true story. And I pinky out as I screamed at the TV.
These are probably Giants fans too, baby.
Poconos
is like expat New York country.
Yeah. There was a lot of that. There was a lot of cursing about Geno Smith. I sat, I sweat, I shit, I cried. I peed. I cried again. I accepted defeat. And then I decided after a long, hard, thick piss that I wasn't going to accept defeat, and I was going to go back out there and rally the troops. And my God, we got a shit pass for those 2 yards. Fuck yeah. I took it there. And then they just threw the ball to him every time.
Yeah. That
For
was
the
like, of
next
course,
minute.
whatever were you worried about in the first place? I thought when he threw it turned out it wasn't to him. I thought it was going to Waller when they got that pick six in the end zone.
So did I.
It's like that is a sign that this is not going to end well for Lorenzo.
Yep, that's when I ran to the bathroom crying.
Brian, you remember what your percentage chance of winning at the beginning of the game was?
It was like 14%, I think, something like that. Or maybe less.
I thought it was like single digits.
It might have been. I don't quite remember.
In the beginning it was 3.
And then it slowly just crawled across the middle, and right before Waller finally caught that second pass, it got
was in
over
the
into
green.
like 51, right?
Yeah, it was like 52 at some point. And I was going to post something, and then he called the pass.
Elsewhere in fantasy, it was really not a great day at the office for me in terms of both real and fantastical football. Dion, of course, rolled me pretty hard. He had five 49ers starting. He really only needed one. And Christian McCaffrey and his 4 touchdowns whipped my ass.
Get to Tiananmen Square.
Bucha, as you mentioned, you got on the board.
I did. Finally.
Yeah. So that'll only leave us with one winless team, about whom we'll get to later. All right, let's bring up the weekly report and see what's interesting.
The most efficient manager was Miggs.
Yeah, God, he aced it. Yeah, as he took it to our continually embattled champion Nick Baranowski, who's just been invisible. And also inaudible, which I would really like to correct one of these days.
The least efficient manager for 2 weeks in a row is none other than me.
Yep, and yet you nearly squeaked out again with the win. But the Don got you.
That's 61 points on my bench.
Start those Dolphins.
That's brutal.
No matter what.
I had 8 points on my bench, so I wasn't upset about that.
Yeah.
I won with the lowest points out of any winner.
Yeah. And
Speaking of lowest points and win,
WCW.
Lorenzo, highest points and loss.
yeah, that was me. Yeah, it was me.
Olajuwon had the biggest blowout.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, Mark.
Miggs overachieved and underachieved was Mark.
Yeah, the bad beats keep coming.
I remember him complaining last year about him not scoring points. His team just doesn't want to pull through for him.
But I wasn't. I feel like last year, he was getting. He was like doing fine scoring points, and he just kept getting his best games against somebody who was getting the best game of the league that week. He definitely got high pointed 5 times last year. He got somebody's best game 5 weeks, which was a statistical anomaly, I thought. But now it looks like he's on track to get that again. So I don't know. Maybe he's just got some kind of like crazy luck, or he had like a Hungarian witch bestow a curse on him, or possibly a Greek one. Tina, I'm looking in your direction. Oh, hello! Now we are joined by our friendly neighborhood bartender. It's Derek Berger. Derek, how you doing?
Wonderful.
Derek, we'll get to the rest of this later. There's a little an interesting matchup this week. You've got your boss on the schedule.
Yes, I do. Yep.
How's that looking?
Yeah. I love the fact that he has all 49ers players on his team when they're playing the Cowboys. You know, a little bit of edge, hopefully.
There is at least reason to hope.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to really rethink my draft strategy after this.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't pick all Steelers. It's not going to
Right,
work.
yeah, don't do that.
Oh yeah.
Definitely don't do that.
No worries. All right. Well, good luck with that one, Derek.
Thank you.
Maybe as a warm up, Justin here was you caught the Toy Story thing, didn't you?
I did. It was kind of cool, actually.
Yeah. You showed us a couple of videos. I remember seeing that augmented reality stuff in the NHL last year. It looked pretty cool. And you said they put some trivia questions up there.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. Like, I guess, because they didn't have commercials, so they made their own commercials and had some trivia questions. I didn't catch them all because I didn't think about doing it, but I caught some cool trivia questions.
Let's find out if we're all smarter than 6-year-olds.
Who scored the first 2-point conversion
In the NFL?
in the NFL, in NFL history?
Well, that was...
Also, you can give me a team, too. That would be a little easier, obviously.
It was fairly recently that the 2-point conversion was introduced.
Ray Finkel.
He's going to go Finkel. I'm going to go Adrian Peterson.
No. Do you want to guess a team?
I'll guess the Dallas Cowboys.
Nope.
Detroit Lions.
Nope.
Patriots.
Nope.
The Dolphins.
Nope. Okay. There's only like 25 more teams.
Yeah, let's just keep going.
The Oilers.
Yeah.
That would be perfect.
That's not a bad. That's not a bad one. The Atlanta Thrashers.
The Brooklyn Dodgers.
Brooklyn Dodgers, correct.
The New York Baseball Giants. Secretariat. All right,
It
give it to
was
him.
actually the Cleveland Browns.
With Bernie Kosar?
Actually, it was the punter who always does something. Tom Tupa.
I remember Tom Tupa. How did he score a 2-point conversion?
It did not tell me that. But.
That is bizarre. Question 2.
All right, everybody gets one guess at this, and there will be a winner. But we could play Prices Right, closest without going over. But whoever's the closest will get it. How far does the average NFL punt travel in the air?
All right, I'll say 41 yards.
46.
87.
Should have bet $1.
Okay, well, Lorenzo is out.
Feet.
Can you tell me your answer? You said 49.
41, 46.
You know what? Let me go. Can I change my answer, or should I keep the same one?
You could
Would you lock it in?
Whatever.
I'll lock in 30.
Okay.
I'll stick with 41.
41. The average travel in the air is 57.2 yards.
Wow! There you go. I fucking gave it away like I did yesterday.
A great warm-up to get us in the mood for yet another game show presented by the Mystery Men.
That's right. Today we're gonna play Would You Rather.
Is the game Would I Rather listen to this
Dano,
entire...
you lose 10 points for talking during the theme.
We're sitting with reincarnated Revolutionary War soldier, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, that was a long sentence. You lose 50. This is Would You Rather. Scenario number 1. Would you rather be turned into a dog and then be adopted by Michael Vick?
God.
Or number 2, you date Taylor Swift, but every song she writes after is about how your shit stinks. And I'm opening this floor to questions.
Is this Michael Vick pre or post crisis?
This is post-crisis.
I think I'd go with the dog.
Okay, you lost 10 points. I didn't ask for your answer yet.
Oh shit! Oh, so this is kind of like a we have to suss out the full scenario here.
I mean, yeah, you
Okay.
can ask whatever you want.
Do the songs have titles?
Yes, and they all start with shit.
Do I get royalties?
No, actually, you owe her money for distress that you caused.
What kind of a dog am I?
You're a Boston Terrier.
Is the dog spry?
Dog is very spry.
Okay.
A very smart dog. It's post-crisis Michael Vick. All the songs start with shit. Is there a... Okay, we're just dating Taylor Swift. Every Taylor
Floor is
Swift...
closed for questions. Dana, what's your answer?
I think I'm still going to go with the dog.
You're going with the dog?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're starting out with negative 30. Lorenzo has negative 50. What are you going with?
The obvious answer. You go Swiftie, because then any chick on earth is going to want you after, regardless of what she said. It's sympathy poon for years. What's bathroom habits have to do with it? I'm not Greek.
Well, Lorenzo is wrong.
Bucha, boy, you're...
I think I'll have to go with being the dog and just, because Michael Vick is reformed. He apologized. He did his time, and hopefully he has a little bit of money to throw me.
Okay. What's the right answer?
You know what? Actually, the real answer is Taylor Swift.
Okay.
And Lorenzo, he wins 10 points. So he has negative 30. So you tie.
Was that just... It was just...
Well, I guess Bucha won. He has no points.
I have no
Bucha
points.
won with no points. My math is off.
When that's Scott Steiner math again.
Hold on.
The numbers don't lie.
Just to check in on who our top two seeds in the buys in the toilet bowl are, i.e. the punishment watch. Mark, once again, getting the bad beats and sitting winless at 0-4. But also, now joining him at 1-3, Clayton, who already has a pretty steep hill to climb to not do his punishment, which he said he would do if he failed to make the playoffs.
There was some fun text about me figuring out how much it would cost.
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
What I thought it was like $55, but the price has apparently gone up.
yeah.
$55, 55 fries, 55 burgers, 55 fries.
Place is wrong, bitch.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
You sure about that?
Baby, 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 baby. Oh, baby, 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 baby.
Let's take a look at the at the matches for the week. Bucha, would you mind bringing up the upcoming schedule in our fine league?
Sure.
Walk us through it.
Well, again, since I'm looking at mine, I will be first, and I am playing my arch nemesis,
Yeah, I mean, this is the marquee
the crap
matchup.
of the Fun House, the leader of the Fun World Order, who, by the way, I think, besides Lorenzo, I beat his ass.
Well,
Dano.
I mean, reasonable people can disagree.
After I saw the tape, I saw some kind of venom. And I'm going to go grade A bullshit on that one.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe this is a good quick moment. Guys, we recently blew the roof off the place. I think with Funner Slam. I thought it was an excellent show. But Lorenzo, how did you feel about the finish of that event?
Well, it's really nice to take a chair. Not by accident, the time Tammy hit me in the face with one.
Yeah.
That was a good time, too. But getting hit with a stick at a very fast rate of speed, and then taking a chair, and then choke slamming two of my favorite humans. Both massive utter pieces of shit. No respect for the stripes. Bullshit every time I turn around. The best. Don Cherleone with the double choke slam pin finish.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You taught us to respect the stripes.
Thank you.
Next game is Clayton versus Drew. Clayton is projected to win 59% to 41%.
Yeah, that would be partly because Kenneth Walker is on a bye. We are now into the bye weeks. So looking down there, well, let's see, Barkley's still out, maybe.
And Gus Edwards, and that's all you can really put in there.
Yeah, Gus Edwards might not be a bad choice, but
So
a lot of the
maybe a
rest
little
of
closer.
outside of Burrow, a lot of the rest of Drew's guys started to like overperform. So he might
be a good game there.
He might actually be in good shape.
Well, next up, we talked about it earlier. That would be boss versus co-worker there.
Yes.
Dion versus Derek, who happened to just be walking in as we're talking
Yes.
about him.
I will say my streak of 140 points a game has definitely dropped off this last week. Still managed to win against Clayton. So Dion is what, the highest average scoring team in the league?
Yes.
Yes.
Embarrassingly for me.
Yeah.
But it also depends what Dallas team shows up.
Exactly.
We've seen Dallas totally crush the offense, and we've seen Dallas do nothing. Just be like, here, have that down.
Yeah, and honestly, after that week one to the Jets, Josh Allen has basically been trying to catch up with Christian McCaffrey in terms of total fantasy points scored. So and you've got the only other Niner skill player.
Debo.
You got Debo. So if
I
we
could
get
change.
wouldn't it be just the best if like Debo has his big monster week this
That
week?
would be the time to do it.
This is 6 Niners at play in this game.
Wait till week
Unbelievable.
10 when Dion has no one to play,
That's me. He's playing me.
and we've just eaten the waiver.
Yeah, he's got. It's week 9, isn't it?
It's 10. I think
It's 10. Yeah,
think it's
and
10.
of course the mystery men get the chance to feast on that carcass.
Manny, look at this pelican fly. Come on, pelican.
Elijah taking on Nick Darnowski.
Okay, all right, Nick. Now seriously, you're making us all look bad here.
Yeah,
You've got the strap, and you're sitting at 1-3.
he's projected to lose, and Elijah has Godwin and his defense on a bye.
So
Yeah,
he's got to
that's
sort
not
that out. Delajuan is certainly making good on his personal claim to go from worst to first, sitting at 3-1. Nick, you got to get it together here, buddy.
Next, we got the Hayos, which is Miggs and Rob against the guy sitting to my right, Lorenzo.
The Don. So he's going to try and knock the Don off
I
of
do
his
notice
unbeaten streak.
something here, sir. You do need a receiver.
I have already taken care of this as of last evening.
Okay.
You got a waiver claim in. Anyway.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm trying my best. Also, I would like to let everyone know that I did put Jones out back for anyone to grab because he's on, he's out of here
Okay.
after the stress he put me through. So if anybody needs a quarterback that they have now renamed the sack.
Last but not least, the Mystery Man versus the Foreskin Fungus Mark, 0-4.
Okay, so here's
And,
Mark.
Mark is projected to win.
Well, I didn't set my team whatsoever.
You did not.
Yeah.
I also didn't realize
Because-
I don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, I was going to say you do not have a quarterback.
Jones
which
is open.
probably why.
He's get him for you.
Lorenzo's favorite kicker in the league is on a bye for you also.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I had to play Gay against Dicker last night, and Gay got me nothing. When he drafted that kicker, when he got Dicker the kicker,
Yeah. You were.
I
you
almost
were-
quit the whole fucking thing. I was like, no, I'm packing it in.
You know,
I'm
it's
done.
kinda
Auto
funny we
draft,
didn't
I walked
notice that.
away.
You got a pretty good consolation prize.
It's funny
Yeah.
we didn't notice that literally Dicker the kicker was against Gay.
Yeah, I'm surprised nobody brought that up last week.
Yeah.
Because it
I-
writes itself.
It
That-
really
yeah, that-
suited our matchup.
Yeah. That's on all of us. All right. I want to thank again Lorenzo for coming all the way out from the hinterlands to join us today. Thanks to Bucha. Thanks to Mr. Howells. And to all of you, good luck in the games. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.